So today we are starting with the SAP S/4HANA related introduction. SAP basically stands for System, Application and Product in Data Processing. SAP is an ERP system. ERP stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. So ERP allows us to use the integrated software in all the departments or functions of the company. So when we talk about the functions or department, it consists of procurement, that is purchase, sales, marketing, accounting, HR, production, warehouse, supply chain. So all the departments which are there in a company, each and every department uses the software which is required for their own similar things, that it will be able to help to that particular department to utilize and solve their reporting requirement or transaction requirement. So ERP is such kind of a integrated software which allows you to use the same software in all the departments of a company. So SAP is considered as one of the giant in ERP industry, and SAP stands for System, Application and Product in Data Processing. So first rule or first naming wise, we never call this as SAP. It is always you have to call it as SAP because it's a short form of System, Application and Product in Data Processing. Now, when we talk about the ERP product, there are different ERP products which are available in market. So SAP is considered as one of the major which is in industry. So SAP S/4HANA or SAP ECC. ECC was the old version and S/4HANA is the latest version of SAP. Microsoft Dynamic, Navision, Oracle, BAN, JD Edward, PeopleSoft. So all these are kind of different ERP products which are available in a market. So the benefit of this ERP product is you can use the same software in all the departments of a company. So when we talk about this, let me take you through example. Let's take one example. Like let's say we have different industries like production or manufacturing. If we consider, we have Tata Motors, Finolex Pipes, or pharma industries we have. Then if we talk about the service industry, banking, insurance, same way we have a product industry. Like SAP itself is a product company. Oracle, Quick Hill, we all know Quick Hill, Norton, and which is both are antivirus related companies. So the main focus of these product industries or product companies is to focus on the product development. So they are continuously try to get along with the current market requirement, and they try to be updated in such a way that we can use the latest technologies which are available in market by using these particular product companies. Okay, so these companies which are there into service industry or manufacturing or production industries, all of them are using different softwares. So Tata Motors, Finolex Pipe, Pharma, or any other example if we consider, these are the companies which have different departments. Okay, so let's take an example of Tata Motors. That in Tata Motors, let's say there are different departments like purchase, sales, finance and production. Let's say in purchase they are using some software which is called as ABC. Means in each and every department of a company they are using different softwares. So I'm taking particularly the name in just an example. Let's say purchase department is using ABC software, sales department uses XYZ software, finance department uses Tally, and production department uses some KLM software. So these are the softwares which are actually fulfilling the requirement for each and every department. They are getting their reporting properly, their transactions are done in a proper way. So department wise they are fulfilling the requirement. But when it comes to the reporting purpose and to what you can say, to share the figures or the amounts with each other as a department. For example, if finance need that how much total purchases we have done, what is the stock, then purchase department need to print some different reports from their software, and then they have to submit it to a finance department. Same with sales, that sales, how much sales have been done. So sales department will print some different report in their XYZ software, and then they will try to submit that report to accounts. So what will happen if they are using different softwares, then we have a major dependency on each and every department, that whenever the report will get ready by that department, then only it will be available for finance. for example, or if any financial report will be needed by purchase or sales department, then once the finance department's reports are ready, then only they will be able to send it to purchase or sales department. So these are called as non-ERP system. Non-ERP system means they are using different softwares in different departments of a company. Now, when they use different softwares, it has many limitations, or it has many disadvantages that a company can face when it is a big organization. That's why ERP came into picture. Now, what is the full form of ERP? We have seen is enterprise resource planning. So the benefit of ERP system is they use same software in all the departments of a company. For example, if we are using SAP, then purchase, sale, finance, production, all the departments are using SAP itself as a software for all the department. So benefit of ERP system is you do not have to be dependent on person for the purpose of reporting. If you go through finance report and I'm checking customers invoice and I want to check that what is the sales order, so I can backtrack as we are using the same software SAP. From that FI document, I can backtrack the sales related billing document. From billing document, I can go to delivery document, then to sales order. So this use of same software allows you to go through the reporting in such a way that you can backtrack it using the same system. So that is the benefit of ERP, that it allows you to use the same software in all the departments of a company. And then the benefit is it reduces the dependency, and also you get the reporting, and you can backtrack the transactions as well. So that is the benefit of ERP system. So what is the difference between non-ERP and ERP system is, when we talk about the non-ERP systems, in the same company, different departments are using different softwares. They are called as non-ERP system. And ERP system means the company, Tata Motors, or in the company which are whatever departments are there, they are using SAP or any of ERP system. The same software will be used by all the departments of a company. That is the major difference between non-ERP and ERP system. So when we talk about the SAP as ERP, different ERP product. So these are the examples of ERP products which are available in market. So SAP, Microsoft Dynamics, Microsoft Navision, Oracle, BAN, JD Edward, PeopleSoft. Tally also we call it, but Tally has a limited access related to ERP if we consider. But all these softwares, if you different product, if you check, then they are getting used as the same software in all the departments of a company. That's why they are considered under ERP. Okay, so when we talk about ERP, SAP is considered as one of the giant or major industry wise, product wise industry in consideration of ERP systems. Okay, then let's learn about the history of SAP. Now SAP is a German company. SAP first of all has been introduced by 5 German engineers in the year 1972. So this company was formed on or started around 1st April 1972. It was formed. Okay, so when we talk about a company, the history is such that there were 5 persons who were working in IBM company, and they were working on some software. So you can imagine the period around 1970 was such a period that computer itself was very new. I mean, not very much familiar. Computer was new. It was undergoing through many changes. So technologically, it was not very much proven. And there were not, I mean, like IBM was one of the company, but there were many, I mean, many companies were not there in the IT. So we can, so now we can say that these 5 German engineers, when they were working with IBM, they actually were working on one project related to this ERP system. So they were working, but due to some problem or something, that client has rejected that no, we do not want to continue with the project. That's why IBM decided to stop the development of that particular project. But these 5 German engineers who were working on that project, they actually requested IBM to continue, so that we can in future we can have a very good software which will be there in the market and all that. but IBM was not very much keen to continue with that particular project. So then these 5 German people, they engineers, they resigned, and they from IBM, and then they started their own company around 1st April 1972. Okay, so in that way the company has started, and now we can say it has almost completed more than 50 years. So SAP as a company, or SAP as a product, is available in market for last 50 plus years. Now when we talk about the SAP SAP related SAP related history, then around 19, it is basically located in Wardrobe city. So Wardrobe is the city in Germany wherein SAP's headquarters is there. So basically it's a German software, but it is available in different languages worldwide. Okay. Now when we talk about these one, then in the year 1970, around that they launched their first product. Then around 1972 they launched R1, 1980 launched R2, 1990 R3. In 2005 SAP launched ERP, which is a part of ECC, and then they have launched in 2015, they have launched the own database which is called as HANA. So SAP S4 HANA was started since year 2015. Then it has came across with different releases. So till the time SAP S4 HANA, now we are using HANA as a database which is SAP's own database. But prior to that, or earlier to that, in SAP, the database was Oracle, front end was SAP. So till ECC, the database was different, and the front end was, and SAP was as a system was different. But now since 2015, as SAP has launched its own database which is called as HANA, so now the front end and database backup, data backup at the back end is same. That is SAP itself. So if we go through these releases, see, these are different releases wherein SAP has gone from its starting till today. So SAP R1, R is called as real time. So SAP R1 system was launched around 1972-73. Then R2, which is based on mainframe, was launched around 1979. And then around 1992, SAP R3 was launched. So R3 has gone with different versions. You can see here the names: R3 version edition 1.0, 2.0, 3.1, 4.0, 4.3, 4.5, 4.6, 7, 5.0, 6.0. So the different versions that R3 has gone through starting from 1992 till 2005 or till today. ECC is there in market. Some companies are using ECC. So they are using ECC, which is based on Oracle database. Now, when we talk about these releases are what we all know. When we talk about the Windows has also gone through different changes. That is Windows XP, Windows 7, Windows 8. Now we are using Windows 10 or 11. So when we talk about the latest version of any of the software, or what it does is it already consisting of the old things, but it came up with some new technological changes which are available. So it upgrades from the current whatever we are using. We try to add the new changes in the new version. So that is how same way SAP also has gone from SAP R3 different releases starting from 1 up to release 6. Okay, and here also you can find that different dates and years when the release has taken place has been covered or shown here. So the latest version which is available in ECC is SAP ECC 6.0 is the latest version, and EHP Enhancement Pack 7. 8 is the latest one when we talk about the ECC. Okay, so ECC version which is latest available is SAP ECC 6 EHP Enhancement Pack 7. ECC stands for ERP Central Component. Okay, and ERP means Enterprise Resource Planning. So the latest version from ECC is SAP 6.0, ECC 6.0, EHP, and SAP Enhancement Pack. EHP stands for Enhancement Pack. Enhancement Pack 8 is the latest version of ECC. And then around year 2015, SAP launched its own database, which was called as HANA. So since 2015 till now, SAP in HANA also it has gone through different releases. So till the year 2020, when the release was taken place, the naming convention for that release was, let's say for example, in 2015 November month, SAP launched first of its release. So the name of that release was SAP S4HANA 1511, which means it was a combination of year and month. 1511, then next year October 2016, so 1610, then 1709, that is September, 1809, that is 18 September 2018, 2019 September. So by using these up to 1909, 1809, you will come to know that what is the year and what is the month. So till the 2019 release, it was a combination of month and year. But now from 2020 onwards, the release has changed its naming convention to YYYY. So only year will be released, like SAP S4HANA 2020, 21, 22. And now the latest is SAP S4HANA 2023 is the latest release which is available for S4HANA. So if we consider about the old version, that is ECC, the latest is ECC, SAP ECC 6 EHP 7, Enhancement Pack 7. Enhancement Pack 8. And if we consider about the S4HANA, then the latest version which is available is 2023. Okay, so these are called as release